The top of Vesuvius explodes. A column of fire and rock shoots 20 miles into the sky. Pompeii has 6 hours left. August 24th, 79 AD. 8 o'clock in the morning. Pompeii, southern Italy. A perfectly ordinary day in one of the wealthiest cities in the Roman Empire. 20,000 people fill the narrow stone streets. Merchants open their shops. Slaves carry water from the public fountains. Children run between the columns of the Forum. Nobody notices the thin white steam rising from the peak of Mount Vesuvius, the massive volcano towering over the city just 5 miles to the north. 10 o'clock. The ground begins to tremble. Cups rattle on tables. Ceiling tiles crack and fall. The citizens barely react. Earthquakes are common here. 17 years ago, a massive quake destroyed half the city. They rebuilt. They always rebuild. The tremors grow stronger through the morning. Dogs howl. Birds vanish from the sky. The water in the public fountains begins to bubble and turn warm. Deep beneath the earth, a chamber of superheated magma is pushing upward with unstoppable force. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. A deafening crack splits the air. The entire top of Mount Vesuvius tears itself apart. A massive column of ash, pumice, and superheated gas erupts from the shattered peak, rocketing straight up into the atmosphere. Within minutes, the column reaches 20 miles high. The sky above Pompeii turns completely black. Day becomes night. The sun disappears behind a massive curtain of falling ash. The temperature drops instantly. Panic erupts in the streets. 1:30. Thousands of small white pumice stones begin raining down from the black sky. At first they seem harmless. People hold wooden boards over their heads and try to keep walking. But the stones keep falling, faster and heavier. Within 1 hour, the pumice covers every street, every rooftop, every garden in Pompeii to a depth of 3 feet. Doors are blocked shut. Rooftops groan under the crushing weight. The first buildings begin to collapse inward, trapping everyone inside. 3 o'clock. The city is being buried alive. Pumice now reaches the second-floor windows. Streets are impassable rivers of stone. Thousands of people are already fleeing south toward the harbor, carrying children and whatever gold they can grab. They stumble through total darkness, breathing through wet cloth held against their faces. The air is thick with sulfur and choking dust. At the harbor, the sea has pulled back hundreds of feet from the shore. The ocean floor is exposed, littered with gasping fish. Massive waves crash unpredictably. The boats that remain are tossed violently against the docks, impossible to board safely. 5 o'clock. The eruption has been going for 4 hours. 6 feet of pumice buries the city. Then something changes. The massive column of ash and gas that has been shooting upward suddenly loses its energy. It can no longer support its own weight. The column collapses. A superheated avalanche of gas, ash, and rock called a pyroclastic surge races down the slopes of Vesuvius at 100 miles per hour. The temperature inside this cloud exceeds 500 degrees. Everything it touches is instantly incinerated. Trees, animals, buildings, people. The first surge misses Pompeii and destroys the smaller town of Herculaneum instead. 4 miles closer to the volcano, Herculaneum vanishes in seconds. 300 people sheltering in stone boathouses are killed instantly. The heat is so extreme that their skulls explode from the boiling of their own brain fluid. 6:30. The second pyroclastic surge races down the mountain. This time it reaches the northern wall of Pompeii. The superheated cloud pours over the city walls and floods through the streets at hurricane speed. Anyone still alive in the open is killed in less than 1 second. Their bodies are frozen in the exact positions of their final moments. A mother shielding her child, a man covering his mouth, a dog still chained to a post, twisted in agony. Midnight. The interruption continues for another 18 hours. By the time Vesuvius finally falls silent, Pompeii no longer exists. 20 feet of volcanic material buries every building, every street, every temple. The city is erased from the surface of the earth. Merely 2,000 people are dead. The survivors who escaped carry nothing but their memories of a city that will remain perfectly preserved beneath the ash for the next 1,700 years, waiting to be discovered again. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want more pure, unfiltered historical chronicles. See you on the next battlefield.